What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Backyard Jeeping. My name is Jarek, and today I'm going to be changing out the TPS, also known as the throttle body position sensor, in my 01XJ, known as Big Booty Judy. In order to change this out, you do not need to remove your throttle body. You can actually get to the 2 bolts on the back with the throttle body still being on the Jeep. But I'm going ahead and changing out my idle air control valve as well. So if you'd like to see that video, you can go ahead and click on the top if you'd like to see how to change out your IAC. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out the Instagram and Facebook at Backyard Jeeping, as well as the online store where you can get aux beam lighting products, Trailhead off-road calorie intakes. We got speakers, decals, and shirts on there at backyardjeeping.com. Links for all that will be down in the description below, as well as a link for a new TPS. So let's go ahead and jump into this install. Now I went ahead and have removed my Trailhead off-road calorie intake. You might have a factory air box that's over here to the side. Just go ahead and take it off of your throttle body. So also make sure that you have a new throttle body gasket, just in case if the old one that's already on there is bad. Since you're taking it off, you might as well change it anyways. So first, to get this out, you need to disconnect your cables. So to do that, I just have a flathead screwdriver for this back one here. I'm just going to take it, put it up underneath the little tab right there, and it'll pop right off like that. And then for these two, you just want to push your throttle down. Push down on that, it'll come off. Same with this one. And it slides right off. It has a little groove in here. This is where the nipple sits, right into there. So there you go. To connect it, you just want to pull your cable, pop it on there, and make sure you hear it snap. So after that, you can go ahead and disconnect your map sensor, your TPS, and your IAC. So I got everything over here disconnected. And you just want to grab a 10mm and take off. There's 4 bolts. You have one in the back, one right here, and right here. Those are just a 10mm. Just be careful whenever you're taking these out. Of course, you don't want to lose anything. So, all right, after you get all 4 of those out, your throttle body will just come right off. And right here is the throttle body. There's the throttle body gasket. I will be taking that off and changing it. Alright, so we're going to be changing out the TPS now that the throttle body is off. Here is the IAC, which I did in the last video, so go ahead and check that one out if you need to change out your idle air control valve. So your TPS is this little guy right here. And this is what it will look like before it gets installed. Right there. It could have a red O-ring or a black O-ring. Also check the little bag of hardware. The O-ring could be in there, which in case mine was. And I will have a link for that part down in the description below. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy changed out. So to change it out, you'll need a T20 Torx bit. And we'll just go ahead and loosen it up. It's going to be positioned a certain way. So let me wiggle it out, see if I can't show you that. There we go, right there. As you can see, if it's sitting in there, you know, it's going to be like this. So this is your passenger side, this is your driver side. Your TPS is clocked towards the passenger side. So if you can see that there, if I pull down, that's the driver's side, so it's turned towards the passenger side. You want to keep that in mind whenever you're installing the new one, because you'll have to clock it a little bit, push it in, and then turn it to get your bolt started. So let's go ahead and take it out. And as you can see, there's a little key right there for it. Right there. So on the inside of the TPS, it has a little groove You can see there just a little bit. There it is. It has little teeth in it, 2 marks. So now if you go to put it on, you just want to slide it on, have it turned towards the passenger side, pull down a little bit, then put your bolts in. So keep that in mind. Yeah, this thing is dirty, dirty. There's supposed to be an O-ring on here. It's not inside of here. It's not on the old TPS, so I'm not sure where the O-ring went. That's kind of weird. So we'll go ahead and junk that one. Get our nice new pretty one. And again, like I said, you want to have it clocked to the passenger side. So the way that this goes on is you have your little top part where your connection is. Have that, towards the top of the throttle body. So you'll want to slide it on there. Remember to have it clocked. Have it turned just slightly towards the passenger side. Then you can pull it down and get the screw started by hand. Go ahead and start your other one. Just like that. Grab your T20 Torx and tighten it down. Now remember, you don't want it He-Man tight, super tight. You want it snugged because snug is love. About a quarter turn, she's snug as a bug in a rug. So after that, you just want to grab your gasket and put the gasket on and then put it all back together. So whenever the map sensor comes in, I'll be able to change the map sensor, but I won't have to take the whole throttle body back off because you can actually get to the 2 bolts right here. So I'm going to go ahead and install my new throttle body gasket. And the way that I like to do it, which you can do it however way you want, but the way I like to do it is I'll just go ahead and sit it down here. Just like that. Make sure that all the holes are lined up. Make sure that you have the orientation of your throttle body right. I'll just put one of the bolts in and just carefully sit it down and get that bolt started. Just a little bit of pressure on it, just that way it helps it from moving around. And then I can just sit the other 3 down in the holes, because everything should be lined up just right. And then you want to go ahead and tighten these down. Again, you don't have to have these things He-Man tight. Snug is love. That's my new catchphrase right there. Snug is love. You can feel it. It does not need to be super duper tight. Last thing you want to do is snap one of these bolts. Alright, and just like that, it is tight. Now you can go ahead and connect everything back up. Alright. And that's how you change out your TPS or your throttle position sensor. So please like, subscribe, and share. Check out the Instagram and Facebook at Backyard Jeeping, as well as the online store, backyardjeeping.com. I'll see you guys in the next one.